Traffic that will be here. So tonight is the Board of Finance budget hearing for the 2020-2021 budget. We reconvene. It is 5:31 on Monday, February 24th. Welcome, everyone. Good evening. First item on the agenda tonight is Veteran Ceremony and Parade Commission.
Yes, sir.
Welcome.
Anyway,
Anywhere you like. No. Then we would not have this problem. Page 33.
89.
Is it 89 or 33?
33.
33. Not veterans' graves, veterans.
Oh,
Commission.
You come on. Tough side, get it lined up.
Thank you for coming out. Anything you'd like to say, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you just ask your questions. But it looks like the $4,800 is for flags typically.
Primarily in wreaths, and wreaths. Wreaths twice a year.
Anybody have any questions?
No,
It's cut and dried.
pretty cut and
Much
dry.
has been saying since 2013 when I started, and it is sufficient.
Yeah, thanks for the job you do. It's really nice.
Tom Flowers is not only the chair of the Veteran Ceremony and Parade Commission in Milford, but he is the statewide commander of the American Legion. So he brings great honor and pride to the city of Milford with all that he.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming out today.
Thank you. Did that.
Anytime. That's usually chicken beer. Okay?
The 11th.
Park and Rec, Park Beach and Rec, page 31. 31?
Recreation Department, 82.
I would do a recreation department, I was looking at commission.
What page are we at?
82 and then
82, thanks, Bob. 82, 31.
Welcome.
Good evening.
So the pool is going to be closed when?
Shut your mouth. Who needs friends? Right? couldn't be
No,
better.
that was
Like that Brian.
just one of the things that I like.
How can we close the pool when we're gonna have the swim with your dog day at the pool?
Are you really?
We are now. Yeah, right. They do that in Orange, and you know that, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
They do it up at the Orange
Do
pool.
they really?
Yeah. They let their
Do you
dogs
have any
swim in
pubs?
there.
We don't, but they do, or there's some type of public works.
Yeah, so they, when they clean the pool up.
Yeah, before the end of the year.
Um,
Also answer any questions you have on the Parks Beach and Recreation Commission. Thanks, sir.
how is the condition of the skate park?
How many summer employees do you guys usually have for your camps?
Why are we doing the 40,000 on the seasonal pool, you know?
Minimum wage
Oh, the
go up again.
wage, yeah. Oh, I'm in good shape.
Anybody?
All right, thank you again for your support.
Thank
And
you.
I'll just, since you're here,
Take care.
Park and Recreation Commission, that's just,
600.
I do both. He's my buddy.
Who?
Rich.
I
Tell
know
him, Joe, yeah, tell him.
He talks about you every week.
He better talk about me.
Every week.
I go to his game, he never waves to me. He's a snob.
Board of Aldermen, page 14.
Ah, thank you. How the hell are you getting these pages all of a
I'm quick.
sudden? Whoa. Get the smack it. Board of Aldermen. That's it, we're done. What's that got?
Page 16, MGAT, Local Government Access TV.
Oh.
Hello.
It was 60, 1/6.
Thank you. This budget that we submitted to the mayor, that he's approved and has submitted to you,
both the Board of Ed channel and the city channel. I don't know if you call it the city channel, it's Channel 79. It's all government.
Why don't we hit Board of Education for this? They have complete control of that one channel.
We actually have control over it.
Huh?
The city does. So this budget
Yeah.
pays for covering the programming on 78 and 79.
79, I understand that.
Right.
But I'm trying to break it down that the Board of Education pays for it, not us.
But if they did, then they would have oversight of it.
What?
We have oversight of it.
They don't pay, we pay
Right.
from the city, not from the Board of
So
Education.
the largest funding for this committee generally is a grant that we receive through the Cable Area 2. And we usually receive approximately a $30,000 grant. It changes every year.
How much?
It's 25 to 32 since
Thousand?
I've been chair, yeah.
For the year.
Yes, that, for the year.
They would pay 27,000 a month.
No, this is the yearly total, the 25.
Oh, that's for the whole year, that's
the
right, I'm
whole
sorry.
year, yeah, yeah.
Now, Channel 79, that's the government part, right?
Mhm.
What is it
And
gonna
also
go
we
on?
have,
It's hardly anything on that.
no, we have,
Somebody told me that, that's
yeah,
right.
so that's sort yeah, that's true, on the television. That was a good idea, we should have a
Right up the
graphic.
street. You can't get it here, but you can go to YouTube.
Right, you too.
All set.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Have a good night.
Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Board of Finance, page 26. Nothing in there. Flood and erosion control, page 30.
I don't see anyone here for that, but if you have any questions, I can answer those.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Tree Commission, page 30.
The same, happy to answer any questions you have.
Is this the one in charge of the new trees?
They are in charge of all the trees, but they act as an advisory committee for our public works, for our tree warden. The majority of the tree concerns that we receive are from the utility companies, specifically UI's vegetative management. We are often trying to push back on UI, making sure that there is that balance that's struck between making sure that we have, tree lined streets and
Yeah.
keep that New England character, but we also want to ensure that we have a grid that's strong and doesn't get compromised easy when we have big weather events.
When
So,
are we putting, how many trees are we putting in? We need a budget idea.
so this year we committed to put 200 additional trees in. We're working with the tree commission on that, making sure that there is the right tree for the right place. We have already identified some neighborhoods. We always have a program with Public Works that if Public Works takes out a tree,
Oh, yeah,
I think we talked about
Yeah,
this
right.
at the open space,
yeah.
that we will replace that tree as long as the homeowner adjacent to the area where the tree came out agrees to water it for a year. And they put it far enough away from the sidewalk so it won't cause a sidewalk levee.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's a good, thank you.
Health Department, page 79. Welcome. Okay.
Okay. You've been active with the restaurants, huh? 18 restaurants you almost shut down, come on. Those poor people, they're trying to make a living. The cold temperatures and the hot temperatures and the bugs and.
That's
You
how,
read them all?
I don't know.
I can't
I like to
believe
enjoy my
Bristol.
dinners.
Oh, man.
that's how
Oh,
everyone,
okay, that's all right.
that's how everyone stays healthy, right?
You're right, you did a good job.
We have one more of those?
What do you got? Oh, you can get it, I got it. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Um,
All positions filled?
the health department, we have,
It's gonna be filled? You have to.
absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the difference on the sanitarium two? When you have three other positions at 76 and then one at 67?
So the sanitarians are at different steps. So they have a step system by the collective bargaining agreement.
We own all those buildings right along now up to the auto repair shop. From Bridges, from, what's the name of that? You know where the Bridges building, you're part of Bridges building? No, not at all, huh?
We're
Not
not.
at all, yeah, okay.
We're right next door to the fire department.
Huh?
Right next door to the fire department.
Yeah, right, okay. No, you're not involved with bridges at all, I keep thinking that. Yeah, you don't wanna be. Fair enough. I'm surprised how long that strip is.
Anything on school nurses, page 95?
Okay.
All the school nurses positions filled?
Yes, there.
Do we ever have a surplus in your account at the end of the year?
Of the nursing account,
Yep,
not typically, unless there's a vacancy,
right. Do we have any vacancies now? Probably not, huh?
not right now.
No, you couldn't. Be crazy if we did. You do a lot of work, that's all I know.
What do the seasonal temporary people do?
Seasonal temp are health clerks, so we have 3 health clerks, 1 at each high school, and then 1 that floats through the 3 middle schools. So it's a 19-hour per week position. There is an increase in that line due to the minimum wage increase.
Okay.
So they've gone up from $10.60 an hour to, they'll go up to $12 an hour.
They're full-time employees, huh?
Part-time,
Part-time?
19 hours a week.
Oh, 19 hours? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
And only during the academic year.
Yeah, right. Okay.
The lead
Well,
nurse
I'm
and nurse
our-
public health,
Okay.
I was just gonna ask, the nurse public health and lead nurse, do they see kids throughout the day, or they just kind of float around and help out where
No,
need be, or?
so they do see, they are school nurses that are assigned at specific schools in the district. The 12-month nurse works for the entire calendar year, so she also serves as the nurse at Camp Happiness and works over the summer to fill in. The lead nurse is assigned to a school during the year, and she serves as, to assist with supervision of nurses out in the field. So she typically is assigned to the academy, which gets out a little bit earlier, and then she's able to go to the other schools and assist.
Does the state help us in the energy assistance programs, or is that from the state? That 235,000?
So under the human services.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah, so for energy assistance, Department of Human Services is an intake site for the state program. So the funds come through the state to TEAM, which is our community action agency, but we take applications on site.
Okay, but the money would
Does not come
come from us.
through our
Oh,
department.
okay, that's what I thought. Okay. I'm good.
Okay, next, education, no, health services, page 90.
Yeah.
Well, human services is 90, where's health services? Oh, 91. Health services 91 and also human services department, page 90. So if there's any questions on those? Do we no longer
This
have-
goes to where?
That's the former, what did that used to be called?
Yeah, right.
HRD.
HRD, yes.
And who are they under? You?
Never heard of
Yeah.
So that's the agency that does all of these things.
Yeah, okay.
So it's human services, youth and family services. All of our programs for energy assistance, renter's rebate, emergency assistance for utilities, rent mortgage, food assistance, general outreach, work with the homelessness task force. All of that comes under human services, as well as youth and family services, which does a lot of youth and family programming at the schools and in the community.
What do you do with the homelessness?
So we sit on the task force that's in the city known as HUMAN, which is the Homeless and Unsheltered Multi-Agency Network. So we've been meeting for about a year now or so, and it's a multidisciplinary group that discusses short-term and long-term strategies of addressing the issue of the unsheltered population in Milford.
Just Milford, you're involved, or is it involved with the others, New Haven or anybody else?
The task force is really focused on the issues in Milford, but we have been able, through Mayor Blake's involvement with CCM on a task force, we've been able to bring our work to that group as well, and to some other regional groups.
I just don't want San Francisco here.
That's why they're working, that's why they're working
We're
again.
sending him out to San Francisco. He'll take care of that.
Too many hills for me.
Wow.
Oh, that's horrible, really. But that's, you do a good job in that area, huh?
Now, visiting nurse, are they no longer in the budget? Are they in the budget?
So that's what's now called
Health
the
ser-
Health
okay,
Services Grid,
that's-
since the VNA no longer.
Where?
Health Services is visiting, would be an ag visiting. Okay, I thought that might be. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Veterans Grave Preservation Commission, page 33. That is just, yeah.
Which number?
No, I got the wrong-
89.
89, now we go, we had it backwards. 89.
Yeah, but you inspired me with the mark, so. Let's go with it.
Mr. Mayor, could you refresh my recollection? Is this also memorials for flags or something different for veterans graves?
Veterans Graves, the bulk of what they do is for the veterans ceremony within the Milford Cemetery,
Right.
as well as Kings Highway, but they kind of hold their money until they have enough saved up to do a big project. So for example, a couple of years ago, they did a big project in conjunction with some other organizations at the Revolutionary Monument. They shored it up and put pavers around it. It's, a minor amount, but they do meet on a relatively regular basis, and they work with Public Works and some of the other agencies to do projects within the cemetery. Veterans projects.
Yes. All right, thank you.
They also, repair veterans' graves and things like that.
For progress, page 91, which I'm a member of the board, so I won't be voting on that.
They doing much?
It's kind of in a transition, there's a whole new board coming on, so. Nothing active right now. Milford Historic District,
No.
yeah, he's on the board. Historic District 1 and Historic District 2, that's page 90 and 91.
What do they work on? What do they work on?
So Milford has two historic districts. In addition to that, we have Milford Preservation Commission that does historic houses or houses that are on the national or state historic registry kind of around town. The two historic districts, however, are, they're all contiguous homes or properties that are contiguous with each other. And one historic district south of the Green is, south of the Green, it's streets like Reed Street and Green Street and Rogers Ave, areas like that, Pond Street. That's the general vicinity for the South of the Green Historic District. And then the other one is from about on at and around North Street, south of the Boston Post Road, and it winds its way into the downtown area. So that's Historic District number 1. And those were all established through state statute. There was a historic district committee that went into actually developing those historic districts. Each one of them has been around for a decade or two.
And what's the 650 for, like registration?
That's
fees?
all fees for secretaries.
Gotcha.
They meet regularly. If there's any activity within the district, they have to have a meeting.
Gotcha.
Don't try to paint your house though. They don't like pink.
Okay.
Huh?
It was not like my house.
Cemetery Association, page 91.
Anyone, yeah. Nothing,
How are they different, how is this different from the veterans' take on it? Like the Cemetery Association is independent of the veterans, it seems like the veterans have a strong presence.
They work together. They work together, but this is for the Cemetery Association. This is the Cemetery Association, which oversees the entire Milford Cemetery.
Gotcha.
Where are they getting funds from as well, besides us, do you know?
Every time someone purchases a plot or pays for the upkeep of a plot,
Does that go for St. Mary's too? No, what?
St. Mary's is separate.
It's separate, okay. When are they gonna sell that land up in West River? They don't need that.
They've already purchased it, so the
I know.
Cemetery Association purchased it.
I know.
But you mean when do they sell it to individual folks looking for plots? I think when they run out of space at some of the other cemeteries, they'll move on to that one, when they have land banked.
Everybody's going Long Island Sound, what are you talking about? Burn them up and throw them in the water.
Well, different preferences.
But plan ahead.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Borough of Woodmont,
89.
89.
Yeah, right.
Compliment you on how fast you guys are going.
I know, right? Well, even our earlier meetings, when we had a heavier agenda.
88, I'm
it was a
sorry.
bit long, but
So Kitchen Meister, Ed Vanessa is out of town right now, so he called in at the last minute.
you drew the short straw.
Through the short straw. So basically, the pitch is, I think, I recognize all. So the pitch is that we'd like to sort of keep the funding that has been the same level for the last 4 or 5 years. We've been using the money efficiently. Where we are right now, coming into the spring, is assuming that we don't get much snow, which is always our hope, because we've been killed on some years in the past. We do have some paving projects lined up in the spring, and we have 4 catch basins, and then the range of normal use. In our role as sort of basically a subcontractor for the city of Milford, and that section of Milford, we still think we're offering good money for your dollar. So things have been working out. The sort of the coordinated effort on Borough Hall, I think, has been a success over the last since it's sort of been renovated. There've been a lot of community events that have been taking advantage of the hall, and so the borough is active, and I think there's a good community feel there, and a lot of it has to do with working well with everybody here. So we appreciate it.
If you want to let them in on the big announcement, the big project scheduled for next week.
Oh, yes, Signal Rock is, in our neck of the world, the flagpole that has been on Signal Rock for many, many years, that now has had to be replaced as it is in the process of, the hole's been drilled and a new flagpole is going on. I think it's next Monday morning.
I believe so. It's either next Monday? That's the scheduled date. As long as the utility companies are working with us.
And weather cooperates.
Right.
Yeah, so.
That's big news.
Yeah, it is.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, right.
That's right, so.
It's on there. That'll be all over YouTube now.
Well, Ed's reached out, and so we'll see if there's any media coverage, but,
Shit.
Well, sure, that's a nice thing to do. It's the
Yeah.
It's a nice landmark for the whole city.
It is.
And Woodmont.
It is, so.
It's like that tree out in California, that tree on the golf
Cypress?
course.
The Lone Cypress,
Yeah,
close.
pretty close, it is. It's a Milford landmark.
Who maintains the Borough Hall? You guys?
Yeah, that comes out of the borough side expenditures, it's not local money that's used for that. As Joe likes to always remind us that we do raise separate tax money from the borough residents that sort of cough up for the additional police services, which actually benefits all of the borough because it actually is then available in the summer for anyone in the cities down in the beach area. And then also pays for sort of borough-related expenses in the borough hall.
What do you get for rent of Borough Hall?
I think right now it's to rent out the hall for a several-hour period is a couple $100 or something like that. I mean, we've tried to price it so that it covers for cost of clean up, and we have a custodian that comes in and takes care of it. We have sort of a booking person who's responsible for doing the booking. But it seems to getting a fair amount of use and all range of different organizations, so it's good. So anything else? Okay, excellent.
Thanks a lot, it was easy tonight.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for your work. Okay, here's.
Last but not least,
There she is.
Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
Always.
Get to it. There we go. Hot off the press.
Yeah.
Nice job, it looks good.
So I think everybody here knows me. My name is Megan Altamari. I'm the executive director of the Boys and Girls Club.
It's 92, just for reference.
Yeah.
So every year we ask for an increase, and the reason for that is because every year we are serving more and more kids. Right now, we currently have 543 members, and we're over 100 more members than we had at the same exact time last year. So we're anticipating that we'll serve well over 600 kids by the end of the school year.
Is there any capacity for you, or that's not?
We are really, really fortunate. The Board of Education gave us 3 additional rooms this year. So we were able to serve an extra 70 to 90 kids per day. We have about 160 kids in our Simon Lake building every day, and we have 60 high school, middle school, and teenage kids in the West Shore Rec building. So we serve about 210 kids a day.
Simon Lake right next to West Shore?
It is, really works out very perfect.
I knew there was a school there, I just forgot.
Yeah, there's a school behind. There's a school, there's a playground, and then the rec center, which works out nice when I'm running between the buildings.
Who goes out and gets all these people? You?
So it's between myself, my director of operations, I have an amazing board of directors that everyone is really, really engaged and working, finding partners, and we can expand and grow and offer more programs and things for the kids.
It's terrific, it really is.
Yeah. One thing that we really do try to do is keep our membership dues low, so we charge $200 for the entire year. And kids can come every single day after school till 6 o'clock if they're in elementary school, and 7 o'clock if they're in middle school and high school, and we're open till 10 o'clock on Fridays for kids in middle school and high school. So,
That's 1 week of after-school care,
I know.
if not one day.
It just,
Why'd you have Jonathan?
our summer, yeah, so our summer program does cost a little bit more. We actually, well, it looks like we may have increased our fees this year for summer. We have not really. So it was $650 for the summer last year, which is 6 weeks program from 7:30 in the morning till 6 o'clock at night, which is still very, very affordable. This year, we raised it to $800 for the 6 weeks, but only because we included all of the field trips and all of the pizza Tuesdays and the ice cream Thursdays, because parents are coming in and there's papers all over the place. So just to make everybody's life easier, it's now all included in one package. So,
That makes sense.
yeah, so it's either $150 a week or $800 for the whole summer. We were able to, one thing new that we did do this year, I'm really excited about, we were able to partner with Milford Transit, and we're able to offer busing from the additional 3 schools. So now we're able to offer transportation from Captain Meadow, Orange Ave, and St. Mary's School.
So do you hit every school now? Do you get
There's
one
2
for-
schools, I can't remember the name, I'm so sorry. There's 2 schools all the way on the other side, Live Oaks and
Right, Orchard.
Orchard, thank you. Those two we don't serve, but we're working on it. Well, we've been doing 2 at a time. But Durham ran out of buses, like, we literally do not have another bus for you, there's nothing else we can do. So then Henry, actually, I think it was here, one of my meetings here in this room. I was like, is there any chance? And he said, give me a call, and he made it happen. He's been tremendous to work with and really accommodating.
Good work.
He does amazing work. So we're very lucky.
I love your budget breakdown and the contributions and all that.
Thank you.
It's a nice spread,
Thanks.
yeah.
We really tried hard. When I first got here, the city was pretty much our only funder 9.5 years ago, so.
Yeah, right.
We worked really hard to diversify and spread it out, and the city is still super important to our budget, so.
It's been 9 years now.
And I've been here 9.5 years. Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, longer than you, Mayor.
Yeah.
What are your big fundraisers?
So we have several major fundraisers, Pumpkins on the Pier being the largest community one. We have our gala coming up, which is April 23rd, if anybody's interested in coming. We have our golf tournament with the Montano distributors and Montano family, that's huge for us. Last week we had a small porchetta dinner, which is why I couldn't come to my originally scheduled date, because we held a porchetta dinner. Those are all of our, and the 5K Walnut Beach ice cream run, which is the first Sunday in August every year. So those are our major fundraisers.
Boy, a lot of work.
Got the best job in the world, so I don't mind doing it.
Yeah, I know. Well, his kids appreciate it, I hope. I think
But they do.
yeah,
I
I'm
have kids
sure
coming
they-
back every day that are much older and they change their lives, so can't complain.
Yeah, that's great.
Any questions? Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much
Everybody, have a wonderful
for
day.
your brochure too, that was good.
Wow. Record.
I missed the records.
Okay.
What? I missed all of that.
You did.
Papers,
Well, what's the 4th? The 4th is
A Wednesday, huh?
Wednesday? Is
Shit,
that what it is?
another Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yes.
It was right there, Wednesday.
Tomorrow. Wednesday, Monday, week from Wednesday.
Week from, yeah.
It says it right there, Wednesday.
It would be a week from tomorrow, except,
Today's Monday.
and we got the
It'll
20,
be-
and we have the
it'll be a
leap,
week from
we're in a
tomorrow.
leap year
Tomorrow.
too, so. That extra day.
Tomorrow will be 1 week from.
We just spring ahead,
And
on
we got
the extra day.
Yeah.
It does.
Do we really this weekend?
Yeah,
Is it this weekend?
I believe so.
So we lose an hour, right?
Yeah.
Spring ahead.
Spring
Fall
ahead.
out.
Spring ahead. Spring ahead.
We lose an hour, right?
Extra day.
Spring ahead.
Yeah, we lose an hour.
Sleep.
Huh? Spring ahead,
We
fall
gain
back.
light.
All right,
You gain life, but you lose sleep.
yeah,
My mother told me that since I was 9 years old.
that's right.
You got to remember that.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
2 weeks, sorry, 2 weeks.
2 weeks, all right, good.
March 8th.
Okay.
Thank you, Justin. All right, is there anything before we adjourn or recess?
See what time I get with them.
All right, everyone, thank you for coming out. Have a good night. Thank you, Tony.